So, I got my first testosterone shot today. It hurt a lot more than I expected. So this week, we have kind of a couple questions and recurring themes for all of us. And the questions are, what are you hopeful for, excited for, fearful of, and whether or not you're opting for top and bottom surgery. Well, top and or bottom surgery. Depends on who you are. So, yeah, today is a big day for me. It was. Because I got a shot in my arm. And it's the start of everything, and it feels so surreal. And oh my god, I've been waiting for so long for this. So let's start off first with, just like to preface things, in my last video it kind of sounded like it was a very quick process. It was not a quick process. I had been questioning my gender for 5 years now so once I started 10, I was like, I want a little brother because I want to live vicariously through him, and I wanted to do everything I would want to do as a male, and I really had no future in mind for me, but I had everything I wanted to do as a guy. How did I don't know how I was not trans, but anyways, and I came out 2 years ago in November 26th of 2015. So, and then I went into foster care in the February of 2016. So it's been a little over 2 years for me being out and finally getting on testosterone, and it's taken forever, but I still am having a hard time processing the fact that I got a T shot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I need to calm down. Anyways. Yeah. Starting this off. Things I'm hopeful for. There are a lot of things I'm hopeful for. There are a lot of things I'm hoping that are happening, because not everything is completely like set based. There are only very few things that everybody really gets, and otherwise it's kind of all up to your body and how much mind processes it. And I don't know if this is any indication. I have not asked my doctor, nor have I really talked to anybody else, but I hope that with Lupron shots, everything happened really quickly. All the effects happened within the first couple of days. Like, that's how quickly it worked. Content warning, I'm going to mention monthly cycles in a couple of minutes. I will link down in the description when I stop talking about it, when I stop talking about it, so that you can skip it if you want to. But yeah. When I first got my first not testosterone shot, but Lupron shot, I had started my period the day of the shot, getting the shot on July 10th. And then within like 2 days, it stopped. And then a couple days later, it spotted, and then it stopped. Within the first week, it was all of that just happening, and I got hot flashes, I got nauseous. It just kind of went really quickly. And because of that, oh, you're back. But because of that, I'm hoping that for me, T works very quickly with my body, that my body just openly accepts it with open arms, like, sure, why not? We'll accept it, we'll take it, we love it, why not? So yes, another thing that I'm hopeful for that will likely happen, it's kind of a guarantee, I mean, nothing's really a guarantee, but this happens to a lot of people, my voice dropping. I have a lot of voice dysphoria because when I bind and when I wear kind of masculine clothing, I look very androgynous. I don't look specifically male, do I look specifically female? You kind of have to guess, and you might say female at first, but the more you look and the more you pay attention to me and the more you look at my mannerisms, because I kind of trained myself to pick up manly mannerisms, people will think, well, are they a he? Are they a she? I can't really tell. It really, it depends for people. But for my voice, when I start talking, people like female, which, you know, really hurts, obviously. And so I have a lot of voice dysphoria, and I want my voice to drop as quickly as possible, because I love my voice as it is now. But at the same time, I want it to change. I want it to be deeper and lower and more sultry. Sultry. I can say words, I promise. So yeah. Another thing that I'm hopeful for is that I have little receding hairline. I come from a family where, on my mom's side, everybody has beautiful, gorgeous locks, and on my dad's side, everybody's bald. So, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if my hair is going to recede back into freaking Alaska, Antarctica, but it might. But I really hope it won't. So yeah. Another thing I'm hopeful for is muscles. I have a pretty normal workout routine. I haven't started working out that much, but I'm slowly upping the intensities of my workouts, and I'm hoping, and I don't have much muscle, most of it is fat. I will be honest, I didn't work out for a long time, so yeah. But otherwise, I hope with this kind of regiment, with this kind of training for my body, that my body will be like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it. Let's go get them muscles and kind of redistribute your body fat. Because that's another thing I'm hoping for, which is also kind of a guarantee, but not necessarily, is body fat redistribution, which I really hope, because if you know me in person, if you know who I am, have you seen my pictures? I am on swim team, so I have like pictures of me wearing a bathing suit, because I wear the normal cis woman, people who are comfortable in wearing those things, bathing suits. So because of that, you can tell my body figure is that of the 5% of women who have the perfect hourglass shape, or I shouldn't say women, 5% of people who have that perfect hourglass shape. Like, I'm not even kidding, it is the most feminine thing, and it just makes me really dysphoric. So I hope that all of the fat in my thighs and my torso and my back kind of just redistributes to my stomach, because I do a lot of ab workouts, because it's the strongest part of my body right now. So I like doing them because it makes me a lot more powerful. Another thing that not a lot of people get, but people report, is having more energy. And I think this is due to the fact that your blood is thicker, and so it moves in a different way. Because of that, you're like, all the energy in the world. So yes, another thing I'm excited for, moving into things I'm more excited for, is muscles. I am very excited for muscles. I already said that. I want to be masculine. Not that I want to be masculine with muscles. You'll find out later on that I'm my gender expression is very masculine and feminine. I wear a lot of different types of clothes that are more masculine, feminine, in the middle, and just everywhere on the spectrum. Another thing I'm excited for is my voice. Like I said before, I have a lot of voice dysphoria and I kind of need it. Another thing is eyebrows. I have, if I come up all close, hello. I don't have very thick eyebrows. They are very feminine eyebrows, and it's not fun. I don't like it. And though they're a great shape, I really like the shape of my eyebrows. I want them to be thicker and hairier. Another thing that comes along with the fat redistribution of my body is getting a more angular face. Of course, testosterone may not always change your bone structure, but many people do report having their bone structure change. And because I am halfway through puberty right now, like sort of, I'm hoping that my bones will change and things will change more easily because it's not finished completely developing, so it will develop in a different way. This is a hope, and this is something I'm excited for at the same time, so I put it under excited for. So yeah, I hope that this becomes a sharp jawline from one day I could cut diamonds. Another thing that's really weird is scent. I don't know why, but guys, cis guys, smell great. I want that smell. I want to smell like that musky, I can't really explain it, but that musky smell. Just smell a man after he sweats and you'll understand. Or smell a man, a cis man, after he sweats and you'll know what I'm talking about. Another thing is a really weird one, but something I really look forward to is rougher skin. Now, I know this might not always be like good for a lot of people, but I like the feel of rough skin. I have very, very soft skin, and not that that's a bad thing. It just makes me feel really feminine, and I'm really dysphoric about it. I don't know why. I just think having rougher skin kind of makes you a little bit more masculine looking. I can't explain it. So, moving on to things I'm fearful of. I'm fearful of very little. All of these are very easily changeable things, and I just have to take care of myself to, make sure these changes don't happen. One thing is facial hair and body hair. I do not like facial hair. I do not like body hair. Other people, it's nice. Me, no. I shave my whole body. I do not like having hair. I do not like seeing hair on my body. It's all itchy and so because of that, many people report getting more hair growth. It's kind of a determined thing. I don't want that. And I'm gonna have to do a lot of waxing and things. I'm just gonna have to manage my care more and take more care of my body in that aspect so that I won't have to live with that. Another thing, naturally I am a very oily person. I am always oily. I am oily right now. Literally always oily. So taking testosterone makes you more oily. It's something that happens. I don't want that. But again, this is something I could do with a better skincare routine and making sure my face is up to date and it's always being taken care of at all times. Another thing is emotional changes. Now this one I can't really control. This one is more of something I just have to learn to manage and learn to take care of. The reason why I'm afraid of this is because there are several people in my life right now who if this stuff happened, they're gonna be like they'll give me a side eye about it. And I can't really leave these people. One of them is my teacher. My teacher doesn't like doing these things this young. She doesn't support that. She supports transgender people, but not doing it young. I just don't think she understands certain things about transitioning when you're young. She just wants to make sure that she knows, she's a teacher, she works with kids, she knows they make dumbass decisions. She's known people who have transitioned and then detransitioned, which, you know, she gets scared about because she's like, well, what if you just detransition? And I understand that fear. That is a perfectly valid fear, but she doesn't discriminate. If she says, well, if you're sure, do it, fine, I'm okay with that. Just take care of yourself first. And so if I had some emotional change, I feel like she would call it out. She would pick at it. And I don't want that to happen. There are several other people in my life as well who are like gonna nitpick at it, and they're gonna be like, oh, but, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to argue about this. I don't want to have conversations about this. And this is why I have a therapist. This is why I actually have two therapists. I have one main and one psychologist, really, that is specifically for transgender stuff, and one that's just overall in my life. So yeah. Last thing before I end this video is top and bottom surgery and whether or not I'm opting for them and what do I plan for them. See, I have a lot, content warning, body mention, I have a lot of chest dysphoria. A lot of chest dysphoria. A lot of chest dysphoria. And it's mostly because, if you know me, my chest is big. It's like I mentioned before in this video, I have that 5% of people who have that hourglass body shape naturally, like without anything to my body being done. I just have that body, and with it comes a bigger chest size. Now, this gives me a lot of dysphoria. Why? Because it stresses my binders, and so my binders always stretch out before I can get a new one. And because they stretch out so quickly, and because I have a hard time binding, and no matter what I do, there is always a noticeable bump where my body kind of just goes into like a triangle shape almost. It bothers me, and it gives me a lot of chest dysphoria. So I am planning ahead, and I'm going to try as hard as I can to get top surgery this summer. I have never wanted a chest. Even before I considered myself trans, even when I was questioning myself, I was like, I didn't want a chest. If I did want a chest, it was mostly because me and this other girl would have a competition about who had a bigger chest and blah blah blah. But other reasons, I was like, I don't want them. I don't like what they do. I don't need these things. And so yeah, I'm going to get that going as fast as possible. Bottom dysphoria, I don't have much of that. I have very little bottom dysphoria. Why? I don't know, I just don't. I think because to me, what determines a man is not by his lower body area. That to me is not a focus. To me, it's what I look like and what I'm satisfied with. Of course it looks wrong when I do look at myself in the mirror, like right before I'm about to go in the shower, but it's something that I don't really focus on more. I focus on my chest more. But that being said, after I get top surgery done, there is no definitive answer as to whether or not my top dysphoria kind of moves down southward and it ends up being a lot of bottom dysphoria. But for now, most of it's focused on top dysphoria. Most of it is focused on top surgery. Much of my time is focused on top surgery. So with that, I think I might get it when I'm 18, going into college. Why? Because I don't want to deal with that before I go into college. I don't want to have that problem. I don't want to deal with it. Because the place I'm at with now, I would have to pay for it, and it would be so much money. I do not have that type of money, but now while I'm in foster care, it is much easier to get through these things and much easier to get money to fundraise and insurance, all that stuff. And so I'm pushing it a little bit harder to get things done. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this week, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And yeah, that's it. Bye guys.